Hello and welcome to Therapist Marketing Tips, where I offer practical guidance and tutorials to help you build, grow, and market your private therapy practice. My name is Chris, and I'd like to welcome you back to my video series on how to sell your mental health and well-being courses via the e-commerce platform Shopify. In part one of this series, I talked about a few things that it pays to prepare in advance to save us some time and make life much easier once we actually dive into the Shopify platform. This involved structuring your content into lessons and modules organized in folders on your device so that we can quickly replicate that structure when we actually add your courses to Shopify. I talked about creating your product listings, creating your product descriptions in advance to save some time, and of course, setting up your Shopify account. In part two of this series, I'll be showing you how to add product listings for each of your courses. A product listing is something that should be familiar to you from any online store you've ever shopped at. It is essentially a page which lists all the information your customers could want to know about the course that you're selling and allows them to purchase it. Once customers have purchased your products, they'll then receive an email with a link to access the course itself, and all the course content and all the information and stuff that relates to that course will be accessible via your Shopify site. So we need to start with these product listings so that customers actually have a way to buy the course. So as you can see, I've just set up a new Shopify account. I'm still on the trial at the moment. And one of the first things it tells us to do is to add our first product. So we're going to start simply by clicking the Add Product button. The first thing that we need to do is add a title and a description. Now, this is why in part one, I spoke about creating this in advance, because we don't have to sit here now and manually type everything out. We can just open up the course information that we originally created and paste everything into place, like so. I'm just going to format this a little better so that it's easier to read rather than being one whole chunk of text. And we'll change that to present moment like that. So this is designed to tell people what the course is about, what they'll learn, and why they should invest in buying this course. We'll also add a product image. We can add more product images later, like images and videos. You may want to, if you really want to invest some time in this, create an introductory video introducing yourself, introducing the course, and encouraging customers to buy it. But for now, we're just going to click the Upload New button and add a product image, which will serve as the main image throughout our website for this particular course. So this image will be listed on the product page. It will be shown on the catalog where customers can browse the different courses, and anywhere else where we're driving people to check out this course and potentially buy it. Next, we're going to look at the pricing. So here you'll see that we have two price options here, the price and the compare at price. The price, pretty straightforward. It's the price that your customers pay for that course, pay to access the course content and complete the course. The compare at price, as it says here, is like it helps us to display a markdown with a strike through. So you may have created this course and you believe that it is valued at $75. But since this is a new online store, you want to offer a discount or an introductory price to get your first customers in the door and accessing your course content. So you may put the compare at price at $75 and the actual price of the course at $47, which is quite a discount. You may have seen this kind of thing on other online stores where it says, hey, this product is worth $75 and that's what we normally charge, but right now we're only charging you $47. If you don't want to use the compare price, you don't have to put anything in that box, but you do have to put something in this box, because otherwise, how will customers know how much your course costs, and how will Shopify know how much money to take off your customer's card when they buy it? But I'm going to keep my compare price at $75, and we'll see this reflected later once we've built the rest of the store. Next, we're going to scroll down to inventory and shipping. So because this is a digital product, we can sell it over and over and over and over again without ever running out. There are not a finite amount of copies of this course. There are not a finite amount of customers who can access it. You can sell it over and over again and never run out. So you don't have to track the quantity of it, unless you wanted to make this, say, a limited time only course, in which you might, put in, well, I'm only going to allow 5 people to access this course, and then when 5 people have accessed it, I'm no longer going to make it for sale. But there's no reason to do that. After all, one of the reasons you may be selling these courses in the first place is to, expand the amount of money you make from your work as a therapist, and to help more clients than you can reach just through one-on-one therapy. So we're just going to uncheck that box. This is not a physical product, so we do not have to have this box checked. We don't have to ship it anywhere. As I said at the start of this video, what will happen is once customers have purchased the course, they'll receive an email with a link and possibly login information so that they can access the course through your Shopify website. We don't have to put anything in the mail and send it to them, so we can just uncheck this box. As it says here, customers won't enter shipping details at checkout. Learn how to set up your store for digital products or services. And that's something that we will take care of later on. So next, we're going to edit the search engine listing, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's the way that our product shows up in search results when people search for things like mindfulness courses or other keywords relating to the course that you want to sell. Now, by default, this information is pre-populated based on the course title, the product title, and the product description that we've already entered in. And you can see how this looks. You can see this preview here, which shows us how this will look in search results, which, let's be honest, is not that great. It cuts off there. It's way too long. It's all bunched together. And if you look, when we Google for mindfulness courses, you'll see this meta description is the short line or two of text underneath the clickable page title. So here, Coursera have learn mindfulness or improve your skills today. Choose from a wide range of mindfulness courses. It's short, sweet, and to the point. Likewise, this website says, tells us exactly what's going on. It's the MBSR training, and it's 100% free, created by a certified instructor. Udemy has practice mindfulness courses with top-rated instructors. And you'll notice that all of these meta descriptions follow a similar theme. They tell you what it is, what you'll gain, and why you should want to click through to that website, why you should want to take part in that course. It acts as a kind of call to action, and you'll notice that these bold words here, these are the keywords. So mindfulness courses, meditation, mindfulness training, and we want to include this in our product description. 510 characters is too many. 320 characters is too many for that. Ideally, as a rule of best practice for creating meta descriptions for anything, you want to be keeping it between 50 and 160 characters, because you'll notice if you sort of looked at how many characters all these meta descriptions were without actually counting them, I've got a pretty good idea that they're between that kind of character limit. So ideally what we want is a short, concise and compelling meta description that fits neatly under the clickable page title, like this one here. You'll notice that this one cuts off, whereas this one doesn't. And we want to include our keyword, which in this case is mindfulness course or mindfulness courses. So I created my meta description in advance whilst I was creating all of my other content information for my course. So all I need to do is copy my meta description and replace this pre-written one. And you'll notice that that fits neatly into 140 characters, tells us exactly what's going to be in the course, and it gives a strong call to action: enroll today. Nice, simple, straightforward. Next, we look at the URL handle, which is basically the URL that people will use to access this product. This random string of characters here, A7F8 5A-95, all of that is basically a placeholder text for our main URL. So once we've moved past the free trial and we've actually set up our store and it is live on the internet, it won't have this random string of characters. It will be something like, I don't know, mindfulnesscourses.com or johnstherapycourses.com or wellness with Sarah, something like that. Products, again, we can't change this part because we're creating product listings and they go into a folder on our Shopify website called products. But we can change this and we want it to be quite short. Mindfulness for modern life, it also needs to reflect the title for the sake of good SEO best practices. So I'm just going to keep that exactly as it is. The status active, because we want our product to be active, but we can also save it as a draft whilst we're working on the other course product descriptions if we want to. Then we go down to publishing, and it shows us here that we're selling via our online store and shop in the United States. We could also make this available internationally if we chose to. Then we scroll down to the category. Now, what happens here is that Shopify takes all the information we've put in and it makes a suggestion on what it thinks is the best category to use. And these categories are basically to help Shopify determine which tax rate we need to apply to our product. So we can choose to accept this suggestion, but we're not creating a book, we're not selling a book rather. So we can change that. And I've looked high and low throughout Shopify's pre-listed categories, and there is sadly nothing in there for mental health or wellness or even online courses. The best I've been able to find that closely matches our product is digital goods and currency. So that's the one that we're going to create. I've already filled in some of this information in advance. So the product type helps us to organize our products just in case we had, we were selling courses, but also books or other things all through our store. And the vendor is basically the name of our private practice because we're the ones that are creating the course. This vendor is normally for basically to help you organize. So if you were selling physical products and you were getting them from a lot of different vendors, you would list this here so that you can keep tabs on where you're getting your products from. But since, like I said, you're the one creating the course, so you're the vendor. So you can either leave this blank or just put your therapy practice name in if you choose to. We haven't created any collections yet. I'll come up to those in another video. And we can also use tags like stress relief, mindfulness, and anxiety to help with product organization. We're going to use the default template for now, but we can change that later. And when we're done, we click save. Now you're going to ask me, where does this product go? It goes right here in our main products menu. So we go home, order, products, and you'll see that our course is now listed. And anytime we want to access this, edit it, we just click products, click on the product, and we can edit all of that information that we've just added in. So the next thing to do is go ahead and click add product again and replicate this process for as many courses as we want to sell. Now, the reason, if you're wondering why we're creating product listings for our courses when we haven't actually created the courses themselves or uploaded the courses, is because in the next video, when I get on to actually adding your course to Shopify, you'll notice that one of the things the tool asks us to do is to link our new course to an existing product. So we're creating all of these products first. So I just paused the recording for a second and went ahead and created the product listings for the rest of the courses that I'm going to sell on this store. And you'll see that once I've done that, they all come up here with the name of the course and the ability to preview, their status, inventory, sales channels, etc. And that's all there is to it for creating our product listings. Like I said, the next step now is we're actually going to upload and create our online courses and then link these courses to these product descriptions. And that is something that we will get to in part 3 of this video series. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that this video has been helpful to you. I'll see you in part 3. Until then, for more guidance and tutorials on how to build, grow, and market your private therapy practice, please do check out therapistmarketingtips.com.